Devin Haney has taken to Twitter and gone off on Floyd Mayweather, calling him a miserable old man, calling him a hater, saying he's been hating on him for years, following Floyd Mayweather leaking sparring footage between Gervonta Tank Davis and Devin Haney to Ryan Garcia, and Ryan Garcia has put it out on the internet. And Devin Haney is correct. Floyd Mayweather is a hater. He is somebody who cannot get behind anybody who is not tied to himself. If a fighter is doing well and he does not have a relationship with Floyd, if he's not promoted by Floyd, if he's not being trained by Floyd, he cannot give that fighter credit. And it's not just a mere fact that he chooses not to do it. I actually don't think Floyd's brain operates in a way that he can give other fighters respect that they deserve. And it's one thing to do it when you are a fighter who has achieved the highest of highs and you've become incredibly financially successful, as Floyd has, and you got there by not listening to the naysayers, because nobody achieved what he achieved gets there by listening to people who criticize him, who are against him, who don't give him the respect that he feels he deserves. You get there by your own self-belief and not listening to people. But Floyd Mayweather is an extra level of self-entitlement, self-obsession, and narcissism. Because when you listen to Floyd Mayweather talk, it's basically been a running joke for years that he is going to make every situation about himself, even though he's been retired since 2015. Or 2017 if you want to count the McGregor farce. But Floyd Mayweather doesn't just make things about himself when he's not relevant. He finds a way to discredit people, talk down to them, and again, talk about himself in a self-obsessive way, which is actually kind of disturbing because the way he talks down to people, you would think he's almost got a vendetta against them, that he hates them, and it's just weird. So here are some examples of Floyd Mayweather doing that over the years. When Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder had their first fight, Floyd Mayweather had one of those exhibitions in Japan, and he said this at the press conference.
How much exactly the heavyweights made the other night? What's the number exactly? What was the number?
4 million and 3 million, I think.
Okay, also made 7 million total. So, I mean, like I said before, I'm making more than that and I'm retired. So, at the end of the day, it's obvious I'm doing something right. But I don't knock those guys they put on the.
Before that, he had an opinion on Canelo Alvarez avoiding Gennady Golovkin that nobody in the boxing world wanted to hear. And listen to how he made it about himself extremely quickly, but also how he spoke to Gennady Golovkin as if he has any right to tell a grown man who is looking to achieve the same kind of dreams he achieved what to do.
Triple G, he haven't shown me any heart yet. He want to stay at 160. No, that's what we're not going to do. You know, at first, at one particular time, everybody kept on saying, Floyd Mayweather's a coward, he's a chicken. You know, he was scared to fight Pacquiao. Once again, I told you, I'm not just a fighter, I'm a businessman. And at one particular time, the fight, I was going to.
Having your own opinion on whether the fight should happen or not is one thing, even though nobody in the boxing world had that same opinion. But to talk down to Gennady Golovkin as if he is your fighter or your son in a way, and to act so entitled to telling him what to do when, again, he is just trying to achieve the same dreams as any other great boxer, the same kind of dreams Floyd Mayweather achieved, it's kind of disturbing in a way. Like, what kind of grown man would feel compelled to do that? And that's not even close to how Floyd Mayweather came across when he spoke about Naoya Inoue last year following his one-sided win over Stephen Fulton.
It's cool. You know, what I need Inoue to do is do like we do over here in the U.S. now. And I need him to come fight in the U.S., random blood and urine testing. Honestly, what I like about, I think he's a hell of a fighter. A hell of a fighter. I don't want to take nothing away from him. Hell of a fighter. And I like him because I see.
And Floyd Mayweather had a lot more to say about Naoya Inoue in this interview, all of which was incredibly disrespectful, Inoue has never said a bad thing about Floyd remotely, and Floyd, you would think he had some kind of vendetta against Inoue, that he cannot give this man credit, that he has to take away from his greatness, that he has to scramble and dig for trenches to find some way to discredit him. And that's just disturbing. Why would you do that against a guy who, again, has been nothing but respectful to you and to his opponents for years, who just achieved greatness recently? The worst part for me was not that Floyd wanted to get Inoue to move up to lightweight to fight Gervonta Davis, when he has already moved up 4 weight divisions already, and Gervonta has been protected and been ducking the best fighters in the world for years. It was Floyd's tone of voice, almost like he was speaking as if he was a mad genius, thinking, this is how we are going to control the situation. This is how we're going to sabotage the enemy. This is how we're going to cripple them. This is how we're going to take them out. Like, why would you want to say that about a man who, again, has been nothing but respectful to you? You've been retired for almost an entire decade, and he wasn't even in the same weight division as you when you were fighting. Like, why would you have the need to say such disrespectful things to Naoya Inoue? It just doesn't make any sense. Although, it actually does kind of make sense, because Floyd Mayweather, again, is a massive narcissist. He cannot give other people credit. It always has to be about himself, even when he's not remotely relevant to the situation. So I agree 100% with what Devin Haney is saying. I disagree with him on a lot of other things, but I agree with what the Haneys are saying. And I do wonder, because Devin Haney is one of the biggest stars in American boxing and world boxing period, this may actually hurt Floyd Mayweather's image. Because even a lot of the sycophants around Floyd Mayweather are going to say, yeah, this is a bit too much, Floyd. You can't discredit Devin Haney like that. He's just carrying the torch for American boxing like you were for many years. And if that is the case, we might actually see Floyd Mayweather's popularity take a slide, which would be something monumental, because ever since Floyd Mayweather became the money man in boxing, he's arguably had the biggest army of sycophants around him in boxing history. It will be very interesting to see how this plays out. Let me know what you guys think down below about what I've said, and do you agree with what the Haneys are saying about Floyd Mayweather? Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more.